Do these silica gel packets actually help dry out your tackle? I'm going to find out in an experiment. Stay tuned. Over the last couple of years, I've seen some videos advocating to put these silica gel packs in your tackle box to dry off your gear after you go fishing. So I bought a 400 pack for a couple bucks. I'll have to see if I can find the link again, and I'll put that down below. But I've never seen anyone actually test the theory. So that's what I'm going to do. And this is actually the second time I've tried to do it, because the first time I screwed it up. What I've got is two toolboxes here that are fairly small. And the first time I put 10 milliliters of water in there, but it was just too much. It probably was much more than would be in your tackle box after going fishing. So then the second thing I tried was taking a spray bottle of just water. I emptied it out, and I put about 6 pumps in there, but that was too little, because when I came back to look at it, both were dry. So I'm going to go for a middle ground here, and I've got a cap, and I'm going to put a cap full of water in each. And then I'll show you how I'm going to run the experiment. So there's a cap full. I'll put the other cap full in. Then I figured I'd take about, I don't know, 6 of these silica gel packets, throw them in there, shut it up, and come back in a day, and I'll see which is better. The one with the silica gel, or just one with nothing. Yep, that's about the same amount. Now, when you get back from fishing, you probably leave, if you know your tackle box is wet, you probably leave it cracked open to get the air in there, or even totally open, like I've got my tackle box right here that I just keep all my junk in. So I'm going to take the middle ground, and I'm going to take a pencil, and I'll put a pencil under each to allow the same amount of vegetation, the same amount of ventilation, not vegetation, to occur in each box. I'll come back in a day and we'll see which one's better. Now, I do know from my previous experiments that these particular silica gel packets actually have the ability to tell you when they're full. And we'll go ahead and demonstrate that as well. Basically what will happen is the little gels inside will turn green when they've fully absorbed all the water. So I'll stick one in this cup right here, submerge it, and then I'll be able to show you what that looks like as well. Because I think that's a unique characteristic of these particular silica gel packets that I bought. Well, all we have to do now is wait and see what happens 24 hours from now. Well, it's been a day. Let's check out the results. First, let's look at the one without the silica gel packs. There's still just a little bit of moisture in there. Now let's check the silica gels. Okay, I don't see any moisture running around. But there's still moisture underneath the gel packs. And the gel packs themselves feel damp. This one in particular. I must have put this one right on the water that I put in here. So there you go again. There's still plenty of moisture in there. So even though I left it open to air out with these pencils, it still has not dried out altogether. Which kind of says that so far there's not much difference. I'll let it go another day and we'll see what happens. And that kind of simulates for those of you guys that maybe only go out on the weekends. Now, the other issue we wanted to look at was the fact that these silica gel packets I'm using have an indicator that shows when they're used up. Here's the 2 versions. This was the original version I was using, and as you can see, there's no indication there that the silica gel is done. But on this new one I found, you can see that the chips turn a color when they're all used up. So no conclusion, except one conclusion is that they don't really accelerate the absorption of the water. Now maybe if I threw another handful in there, that might make a difference, but that kind of defeats the purpose. I'll be back tomorrow. Well, another day's gone by. Let's see what's going on in here. Okay, this is the silica gel one, and it appears to be totally dry, and the packets are dry as well. So whatever water has either evaporated or been absorbed. Now on the one without the packets, well, it's dry as well. So I just don't think that these silica gel things do anything for us. I think that you're probably better off if you've got a bunch of wet lures to just open up the tackle box and let it air out. Now, in terms of the packages as well, here's the one that's been soaking for a while, and you know, and here's maybe the thing. It doesn't appear that these gels really absorb water that quickly. You know, this has been sitting submerged in water for a couple days now, and only a couple of the little silica gels in there, two of them to be specific, have now turned green. So you know what's the deal with the rest of them? Either this stuff absorbs a lot or just doesn't absorb quickly at all. So my conclusion on this is, you know, don't waste your money on these silica gel packets. I'm not even going to put the link down below because I just think they're a waste of money. I think they just don't absorb water as fast as we'd like them to. If you've had a different experience with these things, well, throw it in the comments below, because I can be convinced. But you know, my experiment is that there's really no difference.